Good morning. Hi guys, I miss you a lot. I hope that you're having a really awesome Tuesday. Happy Catholic Schools Week. I hope it's going great so far. You have so many fun things planned this week and I'm really excited for you. Okay, so every video I feel like I have a different stand for my iPad and you might hear something, which is Gus because the iPad is on this giant box and he is in the box and the iPad is on the box. So he is currently playing. If I draw on the box, he starts scratching at the box. So hopefully he doesn't knock the box over. So we're gonna pray that it is all gonna work out. But what we're gonna do is you need your whiteboards out. You should be prepared for class, but you need your whiteboards out. And we're gonna do a few practice problems, just a few, okay? What I want to do is really practice converting mixed numbers to improper fractions, because you're going to start to see division problems with the fractions that don't just have a division problem like 1/2 divided by like 2/3, which if we do this really quick, actually, I want you to write this problem on your whiteboard. We need to remember that it is like KFC, except it's KCF. Keep, change, flip. What we're gonna do is keep this 1/2, change this sign from division to multiplication, and flip 2/3. There's Gus in the box. 2/3 to the reciprocal, which is, oh my goodness, Gus, stop it. Stop. Hold on. We're gonna keep, change, flip. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, guys. He's gonna knock over my, so I have to go and get him out of the box. I want you to finish working on that problem while I get him. Get out of the box. No, get out. He's gonna knock over my iPad. Look, you're moving the iPad, Gus. Ah, you're gonna break my iPad. Can't do that. Okay. Okay, sorry guys, you had to hear me get him. Hopefully this is working still. Okay, cool. So you should have solved this by now. There we go. Okay, so we have kept 1/2, changed the division to multiplication. We're flipping 2/3 to make it 3/2. Now we can solve this. Multiply the numerators. 1 times 3 is 3. Multiply the denominators. 2 times 2 is 4. Our answer is 3/4, and we cannot simplify that. Okay, easy peasy. This should be easy peasy. If this is not easy peasy, then you need to be talking to your sub or to Ms. Pagano, because you have a quiz on this on Friday. Okay, what we're going to do today, though, is just a really quick mini lesson, because you're seeing these problems, which are not very difficult, right? Hopefully they shouldn't be very difficult. But what if I were to give you a problem like 2 1/2 divided by 2/3? This is a little bit trickier. You need to be able to do multiple things here. 2 1/2. I want you to work on converting this mixed number to an improper fraction. How are we going to do that? If you remember, you multiply this and then you add that, right? 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we multiply this number by this number, my denominator by our whole number, and then we add our numerator. 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5, but my denominator stays the same, right? It stays as 2. So 2 1/2 is the same as 5 halves, which if you wanted to convert this, you think how many times does 2 go into 5? Twice, and then I have 1 left over. It works out. Okay, so now I have 5 halves divided by 2/3. Now I can go back to my KCF, keep 5 halves the same, change my division symbol to a multiplication symbol, and flip 2/3 to be the reciprocal, which is 3 halves. Now I can solve. 5 times 3, 15. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, this is an improper fraction. What if I wanted to change this back to a mixed number. I would think, how many times does 4 go into 15? We have 4, 8, 12, 16. 16 is too much, so 15. 3 times, and how much is left over? We have 4, 8, 12. How many more, when I have 12, do I need for 15? I have 3 left. 3 and 3/4 is my answer. Yay! Hopefully you got that. Okay. I'm going to give you one more of these problems, and I'm going to have you solve it. Okay, let's do a harder one. We'll do 5 4/5 divided by 3/4. Okay, go ahead and get that started. You need to convert this mixed number to an improper fraction. Okay, so when you have done this, hopefully you've done this by now, okay? I want you to finish this up, finish the whole problem. The sub can pause this if she needs to. She can play it when you're ready for me to go through the whole thing. Okay, so by now you should be ready for me to go through the whole thing with you. Okay. If I am making this mixed number to an improper fraction, I can go ahead and do this. So that is my cheat code. It tells me exactly what I need to do. Multiply on the bottom, add on the top. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 4 is 29. That's my numerator. What's my denominator? I keep it the same, keep it as 5, and then I'm gonna rewrite my problem. There we go. Okay, now I have KCF. I want to keep this, change this division to a multiplication, and flip this. 3/4, my reciprocal, is 4/3. Okay, this is a harder problem than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. I know you guys can do it. Okay, I'm going to have my calculator just to make sure that I'm not getting these wrong, because you know sometimes I get things wrong. So first I need to multiply my numerator, then multiply my denominator. Okay, my numerator, if I multiply 29 times 4, you should have gotten 116. And then 5 times 3 is 15. That one is a tricky one. I gave you a hard one. Okay, now you need to think, how many times does 15 go into 116? If you wanted to, you could just go off the side here. You go like 15 times. I just did 15 times 10 in my head, and that's 150. That's way too much. So let's go down to 15 times 7, which is 105. If I wanted to do 15 times 8, that would be 120, so that's too much, okay? So I know that it goes in 7 times, and 15 times 7 is 105. I'm just gonna write that over here so I can remember. Okay, 105. If I went in 7 times and I had 105, that means that how many things would I have left? I would have 11 left. 11 out of 15. Okay, that took me a quicker time, but I will admit I had a calculator. You don't have a calculator. And so this should have taken you a little bit longer, but can I simplify 11 over 15? No, because 11 is a prime number. I have to think, what could I divide 11 by? Either 1 or 11. Can we divide 15 by 1 or 11? No, we can't. So 7 and 11/15 is my final answer. Okay. You guys did a great job. Now I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to be doing for your weekly work. You have 4 things to do. The very first thing you have to do, I don't actually have printed out for you. It's your textbook page. You should have your textbook already. Also, on your slide, I can't remember what the cover of your guys' textbook looks like, so I just put the cover of the other class's textbook, but I put textbook underneath it. But if you haven't gotten your textbook out, you need your textbook for this week. You're going to be doing page 41. All of the problems on page 41. There's 12 through 29. You can do all of them. You're going to do great. It's just practicing with division. This is not more difficult than anything. The only thing is you are going to need a loose leaf paper, like a notebook piece of paper that you're going to staple your, you know the drill. You're going to staple your work, and then you're going to put your answers on the textbook page, box it, make it easy for us to grade. You know the drill. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to do. The next thing, my printer printed weirdly. Yours is not going to look like this, hopefully. It's standards practice. This is really similar to what you did last week, except this one's all about standard, word, and expanded form. Super easy for you guys. Just review so you can get used to seeing questions like this. So you have your standards practice. Your next thing is a game you can play with a friend, okay? I don't care what friend you do this with. You can do it with a partner, or you could do it by yourself if you wanted to. It's called Roll Your Fractions, okay? So what you're gonna need is you're gonna each need a dice, okay? And then you can roll your fractions. So like, let's say you have your dice and you roll and you got like a 4. Okay, let's say you got a 3. Okay, you can either make it an improper fraction, 4/3, or you can go ahead and be like, I don't want to do that. I want to put that 3 right here instead. However you want to do that. You and your friend, you each can roll twice and you can make up your fractions. Then you need to multiply those fractions and divide your fractions. Here's the deal though. Make sure you put the larger fraction first. Think back to like regular division. If you had rolled like a 2 and you rolled a 6, you're not going to do 2 divided by 6 or else you're going to get a decimal number. You would obviously do 6 divided by 2 and then you would get 3. It's the same thing with fractions. If you have 1/2 and 1/12, you want to put 1/2 first because it's bigger than 1/12, okay? Remember, you need to remember when you're comparing fractions. You know how to compare fractions. Okay. That is the third thing you're going to do. So textbook, standards practice, and this game with a friend. The last thing you have to do is 20 minutes on IXL. But here's the thing. I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to have for IXL. Well, actually yours is a little bit different, but it's basically what you have. I'm going to show you my screen. This is what your screen is going to look like when your sub is displaying your slide. 20 minutes on IXL suggestions. I've assigned specific skills for you to practice this week. They are under suggestions. I will check on Friday to see who has not practiced the skills. IXL is not an option this week. It's never an option, but sometimes you guys use it as an option and it's not. This week you definitely need to do this because you are practicing for Terra Nova. Okay, I've gone into Lydia's IXL, which she's in Luminous, so this isn't exactly what it's gonna look like, but when you go to IXL, it says suggestions right here. IXL suggestions, they're under suggestions. Look, 7 suggestions, go to your star. You're gonna ignore your real-time diagnostic unless you have extra time and you wanna do it this week. You have, I think you guys either have 3 or 4 skills that I have assigned you. Some of these are the same as Luminous and some of them are different. I think you guys have different fractions ones, I don't really remember. But you need to do your math ones. You see narrative, simple compound, character emotions. Obviously that's not math. Don't do those in math. You're gonna do your math ones that I have suggested for you. You guys already know how to set a timer. If not, you just Google timer and then this timer comes up. There you go. But you are supposed to be doing 20 minutes. So 20 minutes on those skills that I have assigned you. On Friday, I'm gonna check and I can see what you guys have done and what you have not done. So that's really important, okay? So we're gonna go back to refresh your memory. You're doing textbook, standards, roll your fractions, IXL. Okay. I love you guys. I miss you a lot. I showed it. Luminous has a video too for today, and I showed them my face, but I was upside down. And I'm also in my pajamas and my robe because I'm not feeling very good, but I will show you guys my face upside down. Hello. I miss you guys a lot. And I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll get to come back soon if I'm feeling better. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Have a wonderful Catholic Schools week, and I will see you later. Goodbye.